Sister, how are you going? Yes, you are my guest. I am a very gracious host, no matter what Jimmy Fallon says. All right. I don't know how to do intros very well. Oh, hello, I didn't see you there. Get out. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever episode of Over a Cup, the GSU talk show all about interviewing the many amazing personalities, experiences, and all that right here on the GSU campus. My first guest this week is the one, the only, Tyrik Wynn. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. Excited to get ready for what we're about to talk about, because I have no idea what we're about to talk about.
Oh, I don't know either. So, would you mind if I asked you the first question of Over a Cup?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. I'm ready.
Well, there we go. We already got one question out, so this should be a breeze.
Oh, gotcha.
All right, so for those of you who don't know about you, how about you run down a little bit about yourself? Because you're a journalist, an author. Introduce yourself.
Of course. So yes, like you said, I am Tyrik Wynn, and my journey all started when I was 14 years old. So when I was 14 years old, I came out with my first book, Green is the Thing, Money Management for Kids. It is a book that teaches kids how to make, save, and manage their money at a very young age. And that book kind of blossomed everything that I do right now. So with that book, I was invited to do different live talk show interviews like this and stuff like that, and radios and podcasts and stuff, and I was invited to do stuff like that. And that's how I got the media bug and the journalism bug. So I started tapping into a little bit more TV and journalism and stuff. And so in 2016, I started my first talk show, Tyrik on the Move, which is a show. It is a get to know your favorite celebrity type show. So the celebrities will come on the show. I'll invite them on, and then we'll get to know them on a personal level. And so we'll ask them, of course, questions about their career and stuff. But at the same time, we'll also learn some of their favorite things to eat, some of their favorite things to do, and just stuff that you may not know about your everyday celebrity. So yeah, that's some of the things that I do. And then I also have some other shows in the making as well. And then, of course, I'm here at Georgia State, so I am the sports director of Panther Report News and PR in Sports. So I have a team of reporters, and we're avidly covering Georgia State sports and also Atlanta sports as well. And then I'm also the president of the National Association of Black Journalists here at Georgia State. And so, yeah, it's been going pretty good. Newly elected president, and we have our first event coming up, and I'm very excited for what the year has in store. But 2020 has been crazy.
2020 has been insane, considering the fact that we're drinking out dollar store cups in a green studio with no crew. Here's my crew, camera 1 and camera 2. There you go. So you answered a lot of questions I've written down already, so that shows my professionalism. So we've introduced you. Let's introduce our first cup of coffee, because this is a very important aspect. Right now we are drinking Green Mountain Coffee Roasters. Coffee Roasters, caramel vanilla cream. The mountains are a special place. It's where Green Mountain Coffee Roasters was born. They always have that interesting, weird stuff on the side. That means absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. It's where we developed our adventurous spirit and commitment to improving the lands through it sounds like a D&D campaign. That's what this sounds like. Yeah. Be bold, be alive, grab a cup, and get out there. So, you might mention this, you're a journalism major here at Georgia State University. You touched on this a little bit. Where did this bug for journalism start? Where did you know that this is what you want to pursue?
Yeah, well, like when I was growing up, I was like, I always told myself, I was like, I'm going to be big, I'm going to be a star, and I'm going to be on TV. So at first I wanted to do like some acting and stuff like that, and like some modeling and stuff and stuff. So, the acting, I tried to pursue the acting, and then, people were telling me I had to take all these acting classes, which cost thousands of dollars, and my parents, they told me that I was going to have to pay for it. I'm really trying to do all that. So I was like, you know what? I was like, well, so then I found journalism. I was like, okay, I can be on TV with this. So I decided to go in this avenue and, doing the stuff that I do right now. I mean, here I am. So I'm just doing journalism and TV, and I love it.
Oh, yes, you've made it big, and now you're here. Where did it all go wrong? So how would you say Georgia State has impacted your journalism pursuit? Has it benefited? Is that why you came to the school?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, if I wasn't here at Georgia State, I have no idea where I would be journalistic and TV wise. Because when I first came here, I found PRN, Panther Report News, and so which is actually under Neo Network. And so when I came here, I learned Avid training. Oh my gosh, the training was like amazing. Kevin Sanchez, who was the assistant news director at the time, he trained me. He taught me how to edit. He taught me how to be on air. And like he taught me all this great stuff. And like before I came to Georgia State, I didn't know a lick of nothing about editing. So if you actually go back and look at like some of my first episodes of Tyrik on the Move, they were terrible.
Oh, like, trust me, we're going to go back here soon.
Let me tell you, like it was so bad. Because like, so you see how like we're in a green room, right?
Yeah.
And we have a green screen here.
Well,
so
unless we're in space.
Yeah.
My editor's probably flipping me off trying to pull this trick.
But yeah, so like we're in a green screen, and so I would have a green screen for Tyrik on the Move, right? But I didn't know how to operate the green screen. So when Tyrik on the Move actually aired, you actually saw like a physical green screen with no background. Like it was that bad.
Wow.
Yeah. So the show was terrible. The ratings were terrible. Like it was just all around bad. So I had to halt the show, regroup, get things together. That's when I came to Georgia State, learned some more stuff, and I then also got some other people to teach me some stuff. And ever since I've been learning that stuff, I've been a sponge. I've been soaking it up, and I've been able to produce it and some of the content that I produce now.
I came in a student, walked out a teacher. As per your book right here, How to Create Your Own TV Talk Show.
Yes.
There's your self-plug.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. You mentioned that you actually didn't speak on this. Panther Report News actually did its first back on campus broadcast, I believe, last week. But this is a time when we're still trying to figure out how to work with Corona, how to do all these things. So how has the set changed? Like, what is it like now?
You know, it's crazy because I will say, like, you know, when they had shut down the school back in the spring semester, you know, we had to be sent home, and so we were doing PRN all virtual and stuff. And so, I mean, it was hard. It was a struggle. Like, I had to get virtual interviews. I'm just like, and then technology. I'm just like, sometimes I just hate dealing with technology. I'm just like, why do I have to do that?
Oh, this is why I'm filming on a Canon and my phone. I'm doing this by choice. I ain't dealing with all the big stuff.
Because sometimes technology sucks. So, and I learned that during, you know, the pandemic and stuff. And then, you know, we did it virtual for that time in the spring semester. And then, like last week, like you said, we came back in the studio. It was good, except, like, you know, we weren't able to have like our regular cameras running. We had to use our cell phones and, I mean, not our cell phones, but some like our personal cameras to film the show and stuff. So we had to do that. We're coming back in last week, and then also, you know, we had to just figure out how to regroup and just work around certain obstacles that we were facing here in the office and stuff. But I mean, we worked around it, and the show came out great. And so it was a pretty successful broadcast.
Yeah, I saw it. I've actually been on a couple of sets for PRN, and those things get big, those things get elaborate. So to see that the quality hasn't really shifted that much is truly a testament to how great things are running.
Absolutely.
But things, of course, do need to adapt. Things do need to change, because even when we get out of this, things are not going to be the same. How would you say journalism as a field has, like, just changed overall? How do you think it will change going forward in this new, during COVID and post-COVID world?
That's a good question. Like journalism is advancing right now. As really, anybody can be a journalist because we have cell phones now, and we have cell phones. People have social media, and we all have the ability to go live stream on social media and report whatever we want to report or talk about whatever we want to talk about. So I will say, like when it comes to like TV news and stuff, like personally, like if I had to guess, I would personally like to see if TV news could go to streaming devices.
Ooh.
So yeah, I think that'll be something creative that should happen. So, you know, like you got TV news that's like on the regular cable channels and stuff, but lots of people are pulling the plug on their cable and stuff. So if you put TV news on like, you know, streaming devices like Roku, Netflix, Hulu, stuff like that, then I think, you know, it'll have, a more of a come up when it comes to news and stuff like that. But I will say, what I want to see is I want to see more opportunities for young people within the industry.
Yes.
Like the other day, I had released a tweet You know, we're dealing with the presidential election right now that's coming up, and so the presidential debates are going to start happening. So I had put out a tweet the other day, and I said it'd be really cool if they allow student journalists to moderate the debates.
Yes.
And I just think that sometimes as student journalists and as like journalists who are beginning in the industry, I feel like we're forgotten about a whole lot of times with certain stuff. Like it's certain things that they won't let us into, certain things they won't let us do. Like I will say, like I'll give you an example, like the Atlanta Falcons. They wouldn't let me in because I'm a student journalist, and they said they don't credential college students. Like that's messed up.
100%.
Yeah, so like that's messed up. So I'm just saying I would like to see more opportunities for young journalists within the industry. And like, for example, like I gave earlier, let us moderate debates. Let us do certain things that the grown-up journalists do. Because if young people are moderating the debates, young student journalists, then it'll encourage more young people to get out and vote.
Yes.
And it'll get across more young issues, and we'll be asking questions towards more issues that face young people. So.
Oh, 100%. I don't think people recognize just the difficulty of being young and wanting to do fields like this. We're not taken extremely seriously.
Yeah.
Because especially like at our ages, I'm 20, you are
20
as well. Sorry, I forgot. Regardless of our ages, we're still perceived as young and experienced no matter how long we've been doing this. You've been doing this since you were 16, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yet you're still facing stuff like this based solely on age.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with you. We should be allowed to do more stuff in mass media, especially the presidential debate. No, we have some of the best possible questions we could ask. We have actual issues that are concerning us as like the growing generation. We're going to be the next phases of America.
Mm-hmm.
We should have our voices heard.
Thank you.
You can tell this entire conversation is getting serious by the fact I've done the leg cross.
Love it.
Dramatic. You can also tell, oh my goodness, that I'm enjoying this because I'm on my second cup of coffee. You've barely taken 2 sips of yours. I don't even like this stuff. This stuff is nasty. Too damn sweet. So you mentioned a moment ago, and this is something I really want to touch on because youth has been like a big platform and being able to motivate yourself and who you are.
Yeah.
You said, and this is a great quote, anyone could be a journalist. And you definitely took that upon yourself with Tyrik on the Move, which wrapped up season 4 a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed by all the stuff you're doing.
Thanks.
It is a great show. You've had great guests on it.
Right.
We were talking about your experience at Atlanta Falcons, the credentials, that sort of thing. What about discrimination views?
Yeah.
Now, so you've been in this business for 4 years, say, since you're 16. Now, of course, they may not know this, but there's a whole screw-up that just happened with here, because you notice how this camera's been pretty much the only shot for the past 10 goddamn minutes? That's because this camera failed me. So clearly mishaps and strange things have happened. What would you say is the strangest thing that's happened to you while doing your show or doing anything? Like, what's the strange thing that someone else has done or said, strange thing you've done?
Yeah. It was, oh my goodness. Okay, so look, I was in Washington D.C. and I was reporting in front of the White House.
Yeah.
And so this lady,
this should be good. All the best stories start with the White House.
Yeah, and of course, Trump was in office.
Yes.
And so this lady I was shooting my stand up, and this lady came over, and she had a big poster, right? And she said Donald Trump is and she had a male private part.
Oh my God!
On the poster.
Yes.
And so she had came in my shot. But see, the thing about it was, not only was I recording, but I was also Facebook Live. So everybody saw that thing live. So I had to delete it. So I had to delete it afterwards because I didn't want everybody to see it, and I didn't know. I didn't want all that in there.
Maybe it was a poster of endearment to them.
Make him feel good. I don't know. But yeah, so she had that on there, and yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. I don't think what's about to happen now is going to top that, but we're going to try. If you don't mind, we're going to be switching up coffees here in just a moment. So if you notice, there's a second bag right there that's been facing away from you. How about you pick it up?
This bag?
Give it a roundabout, look at it, see what it says. Let this camera see it.
Spicy taco.
This is a real thing. This is why this show exists. I wanted to get one person to drink this. So stay tuned. We're going to be drinking spicy taco coffee grounds.
I'll take
Oh no, we're doing this. Spicy taco. Are you ready?
it. Not really.
Well, I don't care. Here's my normal coffee cup. That's my. That's how I start my mornings with this big old monster.
Okay. Oh, you gotta carry it.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like a large.
Well, this ain't large to me. That's what she said. Alright. I did not think this through. I didn't really. Look at it.
Alright, cool.
Here you go. I'm gonna have a field day cleaning this up.
I can smell it. I'm a person who gotta smell stuff when I like put it in my mouth.
Also, what she said. Wow, that's the new title of the episode. That's what she said. Ah,
It do smell like, it smells like ground beef, lettuce, tomato. It smells like a taco.
Oh, yeah.
I smell the box.
oh yeah, just. Oh, it smells way better as coffee. We have sugar, but it won't help. Black grounds matter, okay? You need to remember that.
I'm putting sugar in it, see how it tastes.
So according to the website, I got this from coffeeam.com. Spicy taco flavored coffee is a unique and surprising pleasant mix of taco spices and a hearty, meaty flavor. Might not be one of your traditional flavored coffees. Once you get a taste, you'll wonder why other roasters haven't tried this exceptionally delightful brew. It's because they have taste buds. All right. You think sugar's going to help you?
Hope so.
I was shooting
What?
some of my sugar packets and dripped in my.
Oops. It'll add to the texture. You need a stick?
No, I'm alright.
I need a stick to throw this up afterwards. Oh wow, the look of it on the inside is not appealing at all. Alright, you ready?
Yes.
I haven't tried this, you haven't tried this. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Huh. It's not terrible. It's actually not that bad. I can't really say it's way better than the last coffee I had drinking. It still smells like garbage. Oh, there's the spice. It actually is burning the back of my throat to take a big mouthful. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I still don't like it though.
Oh no, it tastes and smells like what my grandparents think Mexican food is like. Oh wow.